Let us now turn our attention to fair trials and just punishments. We're talking Amendments 6, 7, and 8. The Sixth Amendment guarantees our rights to a fair trial. The Sixth Amendment says, in all criminal prosecutions, the accused shall enjoy the right to a speedy and public trial by an impartial jury of the state and district wherein the crime shall have been committed, which district shall have been previously ascertained by law, and to be informed of the nature and cause of the accusation, to be confronted with the witnesses against him, to have compulsory process for obtaining witnesses in his favor, and to have the assistance of counsel for his defense. The Sixth Amendment and the rights to a fair trial are specifically designed for criminal prosecutions, where the potential punishment is an infringement on our liberties, where the government may be taking away our life, our liberty, and potentially our property. Now we need to consider how each of these helps to create what we call a fair trial. A trial needs to be speedy and public. That is to say, they cannot hold us in prison waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting for our trial. They've got to get to it. So we must be speedy. It is not fair for us to sit around and be forced to wait and wait and wait. Trials must also be public. Now, this does not mean that they are all going to be televised. However, they are going to be open to the public. Now, you might think, well, isn't that unfair to me if I'm the defendant, airing my stuff all out there? It's actually just the opposite. We want a public trial because if the government is being unfair in any way, the public needs to have access to it, and the public needs to know. So by a trial being public actually protects our rights. We also have the right to an impartial jury, a jury of our peers, as some people say. A jury consists of 12 citizens who are there to decide the outcome of a case. And this is important because this protects us, because this prevents a single judge, a government official, from determining our fate. It is left up to the people around us. Now, the word impartial is a little bit tricky. How do we guarantee that a jury is impartial? Well, during the process called voir dire, a jury is selected and they are admitted by both the prosecution and the defense. So both sides agree on the jury. A person must also be informed of their charges before the trial. Now, you and I might look at this and say, of course, once upon a time, this wasn't necessarily the case. All right, so you must be charged with a crime. You must know what your charges are so that you can build an adequate defense. So you're not walking into the courtroom saying, oh, so that's what you're saying I did. You must have the ability to build an adequate defense. And of course, you have the right to confront your witnesses, to confront people who are bringing the accusations against you. You confront the prosecution. You confront the people who are saying that you did what you did. You can challenge the evidence. You have that ability. And also, there is a way to bring witnesses to your defense. This is called a subpoena. The defense has the ability to demand that somebody show up and give accurate testimony. If somebody is subpoenaed and they do not show up for the trial, that person is in contempt of court, which is a crime. So you do have a way to compel people to be witnesses in your defense, even if they don't want to. And of course, you have the right to legal counsel. We see this all the time on the TV shows, but this is so important because a person who is trained as a lawyer generally knows a lot more about the law than the person who's on trial. And so having the right to legal counsel, again, for major crimes, having the right to a legal counsel is really, really important because it protects us and guarantees that somebody who's in our camp, somebody knows what's going on. So speedy and public trial, jury trial, informed of the charges, confronting witnesses, being able to compel witnesses to present your case, and the right to legal counsel, all essential elements to a fair trial. Now, could a person waive these rights? Of course, but it's essential that we have them.